every day for the last month and a half. My wife and I are remodeling what used to be the master bedroom on the second floor of our farmhouse. We did an addition, moved the master suite to the first floor. This is my workbench. It's also 6 other things. It's a hand truck with wonderful casters that allow it to work in every direction. And as a hand truck, I can put up to 330 pounds of weight on it. Now, I can take the handle, fold that down quickly, and then it becomes a creeper where I can slide underneath my truck and do a little bit of work on the exhaust or clean things up. I can turn it into a workbench quickly and simply with the legs that you see on the side. It also becomes mini scaffolding. It becomes a work platform that I can stand on, and it will hold 550 pounds. And it still does even more than that. Let me start by showing you some videotape. Then I'm going to bring a buddy in, okay? You'll see him on the tape. His name is Nick Antolik. He's a vendor who brings this incredible little piece of equipment to us. It's made my life a lot easier.
I absolutely love this workbench. I don't have a shop in my garage, so whenever I have a project to do, this is the surface area that I'm using. But what I love even more is how easily this converts into so many different functions. So from that workbench down to a platform, this is going to support 550 pounds. So whether I'm gardening, painting, even using this to water the flower boxes, inside or outside the home, this is what I use. Now by disengaging the safety locks, pushing this down, and disengaging these wheels, I'm going to be able to put it down really low. What that's great for is if you or anybody that you know is going to be using this for maybe working on a vehicle, or for me, getting down into the crawl space, I'm able to use this, lie down, and get in those really tight places. How I use it most often though, is by converting it into a dolly that's going to be able to support 330 pounds. So taking stuff out to the curb, bringing stuff in from the car, it's super quick and easy. The best part though is that that workbench stores really, really small. So it's lightweight, stays at about 4 inches wide, and now no matter what the project is, this is a tool that's going to get the job done.
Just the amount of thought that went into the construction of this was really impressive. Little things, you'll notice back here on the end, there's a port where you take an extension cord and you plug the extension cord into it. And then, now I've got quick access to being able to plug in 2 different power tools with an on-off switch. That means I've got complete safety. I've also got 2 USB charging ports, one for my Bluetooth earbuds, which I'm always wearing when I'm painting, because I can't work in silence. I need some music. And then I'm plugging my phone in as well. It really is a well-designed piece of equipment. Nick is broadcasting live from his home. Nick, if you heard the introduction, I've been using this to redo that master bedroom. I was using sawhorses made of 2x4s, and it was getting the job done, but it wasn't as quick and efficient and as easy as this.
Dan, I hear you. And I've been doing the same thing. You know, when we presented this last year for the first time, we said, wow, this is a professional grade workbench. Obviously, it can be a sawhorse. We can drop it down to a platform, use it as scaffolding, or even in the cart mode or car creeper that you're showing there. But what I didn't realize is that this is also going to be, something I'm using for hanging Christmas tree decorations. This is my garden table. This is what I'm using to wrap Christmas presents. This is something I'm able to break out, put a tablecloth on, and use it as serving. I use this all around the house. Now, you can see here, I don't need this level, and I don't need this tape measure anymore because they're on the side there. If I'm doing a project like that sawhorse, I can plug those appliances right in there. Dan, this even comes with those Irwin clamps that are really, really hard to find. But this is the great thing about this workbench. Incredibly easy to move, incredibly easy to set up, lightweight, but like you mentioned, it conforms so easily. So I'm simply going to drop the legs on this side, drop them down on this other side, and push this down. Now instantly, this is turned into a platform or a scaffold so that I'm able to stand up tall, maybe a top on to hang some of those Christmas ornaments. I have 6 square feet of space, 550 pounds this is going to support. So if you're doing something like painting, like hanging pictures,
Cleaning
like
the gutters.
cleaning out your gutters, you can use this platform all over, both inside and outside your house.
Yeah, and it's built solidly, but light enough where it's manageable. And the fact that the whole thing is on wheels, so that when I go to put the whole thing away, it's light enough for me to hang off of a hook on the wall in the garage, which is where mine lives when it's not being used. Usually when you have something that is designed to do multiple things, like it's a toaster oven and curling iron, it usually is pretty bad at both. But this does all 7 jobs well. Nick, that's unique in the marketplace.
Dan, it really is. And that's the thing, is that we don't have space for all of these. I mean, to store scaffolding in your garage, to have a professional grade workbench, to have all of these things is really, really difficult. Things like the car creeper is something that you would have to spend a lot of money on to buy. But for me, when I get down into my crawl space to turn off the, the spigot on-off thing once a year, this is completely solving the problem. Incredibly high quality and well built, and that's the thing, is it does all of those functions so well. So things like, okay, I need to go and get an extension cord. Well, no, I just plug it in here, and now on the front, I have all of those ports in there. Whoops, sorry about the camera, to make this a little bit easier for me. So if you have those projects around your house where, hey, wait a second, I need to go get another charging port, or I need something to hold the paint can when I'm up there. This tool gives you all of those solutions in one. So now I can hang the paint can, I can use this as a platform, stand up at 550 pounds, and then when I'm done, it stores to about 4 inches in depth, and it can lift it away, put it in the corner of the garage.
I'm impressed. It takes a lot to impress me in terms of tool manufacturing, because I've seen it all. But this was something I had not seen. Nick brought it to QVC last year. It was right after the very first airing that he ever did with it that I decided to pick it up myself. And there's only 2 things at our farm that I don't tackle. I'm not tackling plumbing, and I'm not touching electrical. I'll do basic electrical. But other than that, we do it all. So I installed crown molding in that bedroom, put a pocket door in, separating 2 closets. This weekend I'll be doing interior stucco work on those walls with something called an orange peel finish, and all of it required moving a lot of equipment into that room. And I've been more organized with this project, Nick, than any of the other rooms that I've worked on. And it was solely because I finally had all the right equipment to do it. And the right equipment was the right workbench and the ability to use it as a scaffolding so I could stand on it instead of putting a ladder down, doing some work, putting a ladder down. This gives you considerably more space. When it's moved up to a work platform, again, this will hold a 550-pound guy. When it's put on the cart design with those casters, that's 330 pounds. My wife and I, we buy dog food in 100-pound bags, which, by the way, we go through faster than I ever. I think giraffes eat less than our dogs. So getting 2 bags of dog food out of the car to get it into the pantry, that's not easy to do. With this, it's just simple. You just plop it down and pull it into the house. I saw on my camera. I see what you're holding. That's scary, because as a guy, that used to be the thought process. Just step on whatever's closest to you.
And I did that, right? And Dan, by the way, I also learned the two lessons. Not for number one, not to use this because I'll fall over. But the second one was that plumbing tip. If water runs through it, I don't do it. But here's what I am using. 550 pounds. I'm able to stand on this, go from side to side. Maybe it's washing the windows. Maybe it's cleaning the gutters. Maybe it's hanging a picture frame, or maybe it's just, let's see, I think we named just about all of them.
Yeah.
You can get up here, Christmas tree ornaments, that's what I was thinking, and you're going to be able to move that from side to side. Because of that handle, this is going to give you even more safety. So compared to that little bench that I was using, you're going to be able to use this not only for professional grade building, if you have somebody in your family who loves that, but you're going to be able to use it both inside and outside the home.
Nick, we are now limited. We've got less than 100 of these to go around. It takes a while for us to get them back in. I'll also mention the raw materials that are used to manufacture it are part of those things in the world of the global supply chain that have become difficult to find and more expensive. So I'm guessing that when our reorder on this comes in, it's not going to be at a feature price of $179 and change. And right now we have it on 4 easy pay payments as well. Even if you don't do a lot of projects around your house, I think you'll love the versatility of this and the way in which it was built. Nick Antolik, have yourself a wonderful weekend, my friend. Thanks for saying hi. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan. See you guys.
Nice. Real quick, I got to briefly mention it. Are we going to talk about the water, or did you pull that up? Okay. There's a gentleman, firefighter for many, many years, that realized that a fire hose was his first line of defense in terms of saving lives and saving property. But when a fire hose gets damaged, it is immediately tossed away.